So I'm in my car in the middle of the night. It's about 1 o'clock. I just got off work not too long ago, just took a shower. And I felt like vlogging now and getting it out of the way. So this one will be about the struggles that I had when my mother was diagnosed with lung cancer. When we were told about the diagnosis, my stepfather and I were led into a room in the hospital, which was, the room that they take you into to tell you she's got cancer, she's gonna die, and we can't do anything about it. They told us she's got cancer in her lungs and in her lymph nodes, and we can't operate on them. We have to give her chemo and radiation. When I was told that, I was just speechless. I really did not know what to say. I was just like, okay. It didn't seem real. It seemed really surreal, like it was out of a movie, or just like, this isn't possible. I mean, how can she get that? I mean, I don't think anyone else in my family has gotten lung cancer. How? What? So, it didn't seem real. I started working, and it just still seems surreal. I just never really thought about it. I tried not to think about it deliberately. It saddened me. The only time I really thought about it was when my mom started crying to me about asking for help, and just was sickly and just sick to her stomach, and I hated to see her in that condition, and that was hard enough to see that, much less think about it. So I really didn't really think about it too much. I probably should have, but it depressed me to think about it, and I was so optimistic when I was told, and until my mom was put into hospice, I was just so optimistic. I guess it blinded me. I was kidding myself. I guess I was kidding myself. I don't know. Overly optimistic? You tell me. When my mom was put into hospice, that's when it really hit me. A couple days after I started visiting her there in hospice, one of the aides came up to me, and she was like, "How you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know, I'm not doing so good." And I started crying then and there. I'm starting to cry just thinking about how I felt at that moment. I was just dumbfounded and just bewildered, and I did not know how to feel or how to think, and I really don't know how to feel, and I don't know if I should talk to someone. And she said, "Well, we have a chaplain if you want to talk to someone." So I talked to the chaplain the once, and that was it. Told him about how I was feeling. I just felt so conflicted, and she was so young, and I still hadn't done much with my life, and I wanted my mom to be there and see that, and she probably wasn't going to be able to see it, and, just all these things, just everything. I can't even remember what I was thinking then. It hasn't been that long, but at the same time, it feels like it's been that long, and I still don't try to think about it. When she was in hospice, I tried to visit as much as I could, but I worked so much to try and help pay the bills that, 5 days a week, a regular 8-hour day, I couldn't really feasibly go from where I lived to where the hospice was, because it was a good 45-minute drive. I couldn't always make that. I tried to sleep a good, 7-8 hours, so I wasn't killing myself. And, also, try not to go crazy, with thinking about, what was going on. And so, but I wish I could have seen her more often, but I just couldn't, I couldn't feasibly do all of that, and, just everything I had to do. So that was one struggle, the fact that I didn't see her half as much as I wanted to. But I happened to see someone I knew with their father, and they acted like, duh, that sort of attitude that kids get with their parents. I mean, just how rude that was. I mean, I felt offended just watching it, and I was like, you know what, that's really rude. So I told my mom, I'm sorry if I ever did that to you, because that was so rude. I felt offended, so I'm sorry if I ever acted like a stupid teenager and hurt your feelings. And so I got stuff off my chest. I made my peace. I got to talk to her about, happy times and stuff, so we reminisced and we had some fun times, and we watched TV together and just tried to be normal together and not really dwell on the fact that she was going to die, because she had already made her peace. She had gone through the whole grieving process. The whole, denial and, bargaining. She went through the depression, and then she went back up and said, okay, I've made my peace. I'm fine with it. I'm ready to go. I had a good life. I love my daughter. I love my husband. What else can I have? I've had everything I wanted to have, so, okay, I'm ready.
Quiet on the set.